We have head coach Tyson Helton. Coach will open it up with a statement, and then we'll jump into questions.
Proud of how our kids fought tonight. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. Obviously, we'd like to have a better end result. But they fought hard. They've stuck through it thick and thin. Very proud of our defense, giving us an opportunity. Played a very good defense today in LSU. Obviously, they controlled us offensively. Felt like I could have done a better job to position us offensively better and our offensive staff, and I am a part of that. So, you know, we've got to, against a very good LSU defense, we got to find a way. We got to find a way. We didn't do that, and proud of our kids, proud of how every single one of them played all the way to the bitter end. So now we got to, you know, get back, got a great opportunity, get back in conference play, great opportunity to try to go get in the championship game next week. And that's what you want to be. You want to be at the last game trying to position yourself to go get in the championship. So that's what we'll do. With that said, questions?
A lot of momentum you kind of guys had going into halftime, only down 4 against, so like you said, a really good LSU team. What'd you kind of tell them at halftime to try to keep the momentum up?
Well, you know, just defense was up first, and they were playing well, and I just said, hey, defense, keep doing what you're doing. You know, obviously offensively had the turnover, you know, early that was hard, and then had another turnover. So, you know, just we didn't convert, had too many 3 and outs, and so it was tough sledding offensively for sure. But, you know, we got great guys, you know, and they compete their butts off, great men, and so they'll be anxious to get back and get ready for this next one.
Western Lewis had 16 combined solo sacks. You know, one and a half tackles for loss combined. What was their performance on the field like to give the WKU, you know, that opportunity to stay in this game?
Yeah, you know, a lot of great individual efforts on the defensive side. Guys were making great tackles. We didn't tackle as well in our previous game, and that was a point of emphasis for us. And we went out there and thought we tackled pretty well against a good opponent. So that was good to see. But a lot of players stepped up tonight. Too many guys to mention on defense. So hopefully we can carry that into next week as well.
Coach, just on the offense, pretty solid in that first opening drive. What do you think worked on that drive, and what changed after that drive?
You know, I think we had success early. You know, when you're P10, first and 10, if you have success and now you got momentum going, that keeps the chains moving. You know, and so we were able to do that. And then, you know, and then came back the next couple drives, started doing the same thing. Wish we could have scored. You know, we got stopped down there at the goal line at the 4th and 4. Wish we would have scored there. It would have been a different outcome, you know, if that had happened. But that's football too. And, you know, the second half, they did a great job defensively. You know, they made some adjustments. They were able to get to the quarterback. So that part of it was, you know, was tough. You know, we had 3 and outs and had way too many sacks, all those things. But hats off to their defense too. They're good defense, and so that it was going. We knew we were going to have to take advantage of every opportunity we had.
Was there any point throughout the game maybe Rodney kind of got down on himself, or was he chin up the whole game?
No, he was great. I'm sure he was probably frustrated, you know, because, you know, he's a competitor, but he was competing hard, and offense was competing hard, and you know, for the most part, we had good protection. You know, gave him time. You know, when you get in those 3rd and 7 to 10 areas, and you got to hold the ball a little longer, that's tough on your O-line. So that's when the sacks start coming and all those things. But, you know, proud of him, and he proud of everybody. I mean, there was not one player on our team that didn't fight, scratch, and claw all night.
You mentioned that 4th downs, you know, you got that 4th down stop. Was there ever the decision to go ahead and take the 3 points on that?
No, not in a game like this. You know, if we want to win, we got to try to go for it. And 3 points wasn't gonna get it done, and so that wasn't even a question.
And then, did you see anything tonight on the defense in the way they stepped up that gives you more confidence going to Jacksonville State?
Well, I've always had confidence in our defense, you know, and they've done a great job all year. Our team's done a great job all year. Again, they love to compete. They love the opportunity to go into this game and to compete for a championship opportunity. And, so it's a total team deal, but you know, we can carry that momentum from a defensive side into the next game for sure. All right, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Yep.